Here's your daily reminder that the world is not what it seems. A wide shot of floating islands, inverted mountains, and a destroyed city scattered across a surreal landscape. As the camera pans down, we see rivers of light forming, flowing, and crashing into each other. Then a close-up of our protagonist entering what seems to be a safe zone. But as they step inside, the ground shakes and the walls begin to shift, revealing a terrifying sight behind them. It's too late. They're now trapped inside a simulation with no escape. As the camera continues to pan down, we see gigantic hybrid monsters patrolling the ruined floating cities, their eyes glowing an eerie red in the darkness. A drone shot of the swirling skies filled with code, faces, floating debris, and collapsing structures. The camera has now reached a low angle and we see distorted versions of our protagonist. Some are hostile, some are not. But as they move closer, we realize that all of them are merging with the destroyed terrain, becoming one with the rubble. What you are looking at is terrifying. Can you guess what it is? Here's a hint. It's not supposed to be there. That's right, this is Earth. And this is what it looks like when you punch through the fabric of reality. Let me explain. This all started when I was just a wee lad. I was just minding my own business, walking down the street when suddenly the ground beneath my feet started to shake. I looked up and saw this weird floating monolith. It was radiating this incomprehensible light. I reached out to touch it, but as soon as my fingers made contact, it started to burn. And then from out of nowhere, these giant monsters emerged from the ground. They were merging with the city, with rivers of fire beneath them. I ran as fast as I could as the ground beneath me started to collapse. I jumped onto a floating platform to escape the burning buildings and the molten ground below. But then I saw it. There were endless layers of reality, each one more surreal and destructive than the last. What you're looking at is not real. It doesn't exist. But if you keep on punching through the fabric of reality, you will find it. What the fuck? This is a drone shot of something colossal. It's some kind of AI entity. It's spanning multiple layers of simulation. Look at the cities in the background. They're destroyed, it's just shadowing them. Here's a medium shot of the protagonist. He's confronting his own distorted self. This thing is monstrous. It's like a nightmarish amalgamation of body horror and technological terror. And it's changing, it's constantly evolving. Here's a wide shot. We're looking at these hybrid monsters now. They're evolving dynamically. They're crushing structures. As the fears of the people upload into this thing, it becomes more powerful. Here's a close-up of the protagonist making a desperate choice. The environment around him is fracturing violently. The very fabric of reality is being torn apart. And then we cut to black. There's a glowing text that says, "The nightmare continues. Comment to shape the next apocalypse."